little adventurers. Welcome to our bedtime story channel. Tonight, I have a very special tale to share with you. It's called Cooper the Crab and the Sandy Secret. So, snuggle up in your cozy blankets, close your eyes, and let your imagination take you on a magical journey. Are you ready? Let's begin. It was a bright sunny morning on the shores of Coral Cove, and the beach was alive with activity. The gentle waves lapped against the golden sands, and the salty breeze carried the cheerful chatter of seagulls. Beneath the surface of the water, a bustling community of sea creatures went about their day. Among them was Cooper the Crab, a curious little crustacean with a knack for adventure and an eye for the unusual. Cooper lived under a small mossy rock near the edge of the tide pool. He was known among his friends for being inquisitive, always scuttling around to investigate the oddities that washed up on the shore. Today, however, Cooper was feeling particularly restless. He had heard rumors from the starfish about a mysterious object buried in the sand nearby. Something unlike anything anyone had ever seen before. A treasure, perhaps? Cooper thought, his eyes gleaming with excitement. Or maybe something magical? His best friend, Sally the seahorse, floated over to him as he mulled over the possibilities. "What are you up to, Cooper?" Sally asked, her curly tail swishing in the water. "I'm gonna find the Sandy Secret," Cooper declared confidently. "The starfish said it's hidden somewhere near the old coral bed." Sally tilted her head. "Do you really think it's a treasure? It could just be an old shell or a rock." "There's only one way to find out," Cooper replied with a grin. As the grin faded, he gave the fatal letter a detour. And so, the two friends set off on their quest. Cooper's claws clicked excitedly as he scurried along the sandy bottom, and Sally darted gracefully beside him. As they approached the coral bed, they noticed a small crowd gathering. It seemed word of the mysterious Sandy Secret had spread quickly. Among the onlookers were Timmy the turtle, who was munching on a piece of seaweed, and Bella the bluefish, who loved to gossip. "Spoke up," says Bella. "I heard it's a giant pearl," Bella whispered to Timmy. "No way," Timmy replied. "I bet it's a shipwreck from the old pirate days." Cooper couldn't help but feel a thrill of anticipation as he overheard their theories. "Excuse me, coming through," he said, pushing past the crowd to get a closer look. Right in the middle of the coral bed was a strange mound of sand, slightly raised, and surrounded by tiny ripples. Something about it seemed unusual. Cooper's claws tingled with curiosity. "This must be it," he whispered to Sally. "Be careful," Sally cautioned. "You don't know what's under there." Undeterred, Cooper began digging. His claws worked quickly, tossing sand to the side as the crowd watched in hushed excitement. After a few moments, he hit something hard. "I found it!" Cooper exclaimed. He cleared away more sand to reveal a smooth, shiny surface. It was round and metallic, glinting in the sunlight that filtered through the water. "What is it?" Bella asked, swimming closer. I'm not sure," Cooper admitted. "It looks like a disc of some sort." As Cooper and his friends examined the object, a sudden shadow fell over them. They looked up to see Marv the manta ray gliding gracefully above. They turned to watch as the rage monster sped out to sea. "What's all the fuss about?" Marv asked, his deep voice resonating through the water. "We found this," Cooper said, pointing to the disc. Marv tilted his head, intrigued. "That's no ordinary object," he said. "I've seen something like this before. It's part of an old human artifact." The crowd gasped. Human artifacts were rare and often carried fascinating stories. "What should we do with it?" Sally asked. "Let's take it to old Walter," Marv suggested. He knows everything about human stuff. Old Walter was a wise and ancient octopus who lived in a secluded cave. He was known for his vast knowledge and love of storytelling. Cooper and Sally eagerly agreed, and with Marv's help, they carried the disc to Walter's cave. When they arrived, Walter's large, expressive eyes lit up at the sight of the artifact. "Ah, this is fascinating," Walter said, examining the disc with his tentacles. "This is a piece of a human mirror. They use these to look at their reflections. But this one seems different. It's too ornate to be just any mirror." Walter studied the intricate designs etched into the metal. "This might have been part of something ceremonial," he concluded. "Perhaps it belonged to a ship that sank long ago. Humans are very particular about their belongings." "So it's not a treasure?" Cooper asked, feeling a little disappointed. Walter chuckled. "Treasure comes in many forms, my young friend. This disc is a piece of history, a connection to the world above. That's a treasure in its own right." Aww. Cooper's disappointment quickly turned to pride. He had discovered something important. Something that told a story about a world he'd only heard about in tales. As they left Walter's cave, Cooper and Sally decided to display the disc in the tide pool for everyone to see. They created a small Coral Cove museum to share their discovery with the other sea creatures. "Step right up," Cooper announced to the growing crowd. "Come and see the human artifact from the depths of Coral Cove," said. The tide pool was soon buzzing with excitement as creatures from all over the reef came to see the disc. Timmy the turtle volunteered to give guided tours, while Bella the bluefish wrote an elaborate story about the legendary treasure. Cooper felt a warm sense of accomplishment. He might not have found a chest of gold, but he had unearthed something even more valuable. A story that brought the community together. That evening, as the sun set and the waters of Coral Cove glowed with a golden hue, Cooper and Sally sat by the tide pool, watching the visitors admire their find. "Today was pretty amazing," Sally said with a smile. "It really was," Cooper agreed. Who knew a little curiosity could lead to something so big? From that day on, Cooper the crab was known not just as a curious adventurer, but as a discoverer of treasures that connected the past to the present. And Coral Cove's new museum became a beloved spot for all, reminding everyone that the greatest treasures are often the stories they tell and the bonds they create. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Little Adventurers, for more amazing tales like this. Join us next time for another exciting story filled with fun, friendship, and discovery.